Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Saturday, doing my review of Jeff Bishop's Bullseye Trades this week. For the last year and a half now, about that, I've been keeping a record of every trade that this guy does on my blog here, so I'll leave a link in the description, you can come and check it out. It gives an overview of what the service is about, and then I've also recorded every trade since the start of 2022. So this week I want to talk about the one that came out on Tuesday. The markets were shut on Monday, so we started, basically you get an email out every Monday morning. This week it was Tuesday, about when the market opens, and it gives basically a brief overview of a potential trade for that week, a swing trade, typically a few days. It held up really nicely in 2022. The last few trades have been a bit tricky. There's been some really good trades though, they've just been harder to time than previously. So if you're new to the service, don't give up. There's still ways to learn things and figure out how to make some money from the service. I know this week some people made money and some people broke even, some people lost a little bit. It all depends on how you play these, and with practice and experience, you generate better skills as a trader. So let's get into it a little bit today. Before I start, if you're not a member of the Stock Alerts Reviewed Facebook group, there's about 7,000 members in here. I'll leave a link in the description so you can come and join it. We talk about bullseye trades and all these other different alert services out there. So it's a cool place to be. Definitely check it out. The other thing I want to talk about briefly is joining Sidekick Traders. This is Discord I started in 2020. Haven't spent a lot of time on it, but I'm trying to grow it again recently. And one of the things we're focusing on, if you guys like SPX scalps, is this guy Goldman. So we've been trading some of his stuff. Amazing guy, just wins all the time. It's not too hard to replicate, it takes a bit of practice, but you can see he's had 28 wins in a row. You can get in on these in time, and I'll show you in just a sec why I think you can get in on these in time. I've been trading them on and off, but recently we've had a guy taking records on these and our results are pretty fantastic. 400% wins, 300% wins, 50% wins, all very probable with Goldman. And so it does take a bit of guts, it takes a bit of practice, but you can usually get in on these trades. So for the time being, I'm running a super duper discount deal, and so I'll leave a link in the description. You get a 7-day trial and then a monthly subscription after that. Really just want to get people signed up, build more of a community. Not trying to make a lot of money from this, but just to kind of pay the overhead and have some fun with people. So if we look in the general channel here, this was some of the trades that Goldman alerted. So thanks to BLC here for posting them. And so you can go through each one. It's kind of hard to see on these things. But these are puts for Goldman, got them in here. This is a 1-minute chart. So this one was pretty hard to replicate. But most of them are actually not too bad. So if we look at this one, which was the next alert, he alerted SPX puts here, and on the 1-minute chart you had plenty of time, a couple of minutes to get in before this thing sold off all the way down here. And so this went up 500%, which is really cool. And Goldman scales out, so you can kind of protect your wins as it goes. So you can see for most of these that you actually do have time. A lot of complaints is with these types of alerts, these quick scalps, that people really don't have time to get in on them. But you can see a lot of the time you do. For example, like this one. Again, these were puts, 209% winner. These are 1-minute bars, so you had several minutes, about 4 or 5 minutes here, to get the same price as Goldman, and then this thing tanked and made 200% on them. So really good service. We're growing it. Lance from Theta Traders is joining me on this. He's trading them as well. He's putting his own spin on them. I think the service is going to be awesome going forward. We just had dozens of new members join based on what's going on in here now. And we're just going to grow from there. So I thought I'd give you guys a chance to come and join that. Anyway, let's talk about Bullseye Trades before I forget. So this week came out on Tuesday. It was the 21st of February. So this is the email that came out. Just going down here. So here we go. So it was Visa or V. So he wrote that V had a modest reaction to earnings a few weeks ago, but nothing that was too convincing. Stock drifted lower. Low expected implied volatility. That makes it an ideal candidate for a big win, even with a small move in the stock. That turned out to not to be true. My plan is to wait for a little opening pop from the lows, maybe to the 223 area, and then start to build a short position. So let's see the chart for V on Tuesday. So it did actually pop at the open. This is Tuesday morning, up to mid 222s, and Jeff took a position here somewhere. To go short on it, and you can see over Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday it actually did generally trend down, but not very much. Big swings, which I think freaked a lot of people out, but if you look at it, you zoom out. I always tell people to do this, zoom out, and that you can see that these swings are very normal. This is typical range that V has. And so by Friday it had dipped very significantly. So people that didn't freak out on one of these pops, maybe they got in here somewhere. I missed it because my usual tactic doesn't seem to be working too well anymore, which is to wait until the end of the day on the day it comes out. And unfortunately it was already pretty down, so I left it. Almost entered on this pop the next day, but again I just kind of held off a little bit, and then we saw a bit of a sell-off into Friday. So pretty good. Let's have a look at the contracts. I know a few people actually got in on this and made some money, but a lot of people were frustrated with it, which is understandable. It never did stop out though, so a stop would have been above 228. So you can't really say, it didn't work or whatever. It didn't stop out. It was just quite volatile, which threw people off. We'll look at the contracts. Some people made some wins. I saw somebody with a 40%. Here's a 30% win, 26% win. So not the best week, but also not the worst, so not too bad. Alright, let's look at the contracts. So go back up here. These are the contracts somewhere. This email ends, that's weird. Alright, here. So it's the 10th of March, 220 puts. Let's go into Thinkorswim. 10th of March, 220 puts. Here we go. So I'm going to send them to my chart so we can look at them from the 21st till Friday. Loading up. So the 21st is on the left here. So you can see it was pretty volatile. People were able to get in around 3-ish, just a bit above 320, 3-ish here. And then just kind of fluctuating sideways for a bit, and then a big jump towards the 4s, even high 4s up here by Friday. And so I know a few people were buying at the end of the day here and then getting this gap up overnight. Overall, not the best trade, not the worst, not quite up to the standards that we're used to with Jeff, but still not bad. I'm a bit annoyed that I missed it. Just trying to get these timings hard has been quite difficult recently. So anyway, hope that helps, and I'll see you guys in the next video.